So what you missed last stream, by the way, is I beat Zuli's refight. Took a while. Some of her water attacks pierced through water barrier like 3 times. Like on individual characters. Still don't know what the deal about that is. It was a mystery. Frustrating one. So I'm even later today, so I'm only doing DoD again. I'll resume doing both once I get up on time. On time being like 12:02 or so, roughly. I woke up right before my alarm at 4. And I promptly decided I'm to set my alarm for 5:15. I want another hour. Woke up 5 minutes before then. And I set it for 6:15. Thankfully, at least that's where the pattern ends, so I'm here now. But yeah, well, I at least feel like I got enough sleep, so that's good. You can't work from this screen. Why? Anyway, so I could go on and die to the super-powered final boss now, or I could do the reasonable thing and do the other refights. So I'm gonna do those. Over on the left here is Zuli. She is done. I don't know why the warp doesn't bring you into this screen. I guess we're just gonna go in order. None of the others can be worse than Zuli, right? I mean, see, I want to say that, but like, Zuli should be the easiest because of water barrier, but good God, she wasn't. I mean, I almost ran out of MP for water barrier by the time the fight was over. She takes so long. She's got 15,000 MP. She like seems to resist pretty much everything. I gotta go take a look at her in the bestiary, actually. I'm curious. Grind a little 70. 70 is a high number, especially considering there's still the entire expansion after this. I can't imagine that. That is just better over grinding. To the extreme. I don't know what kind of recommended level there's for the final boss here. I mean, like, I'd be... Okay, things are weak to water. Let's go for the Hail Mary Sacrifice Seal. See, the Ocarina doesn't Hail Mary, she hails Buddha. So it doesn't work. Bishamonten. All the above. Ooh. Ooh, even worse. Let's see. This is fine. Sealed is possible in mid-30s. Okay, I'll be fine then. Well, you say possible, so maybe not fine, but I'll probably manage, right? Let's just get that guy. I don't know. Hi, Chuckles. Evening. Okay, so this time, actually hit them with the spell card that'll hopefully take them out. I think this is actually my first time seeing, like, the recolor of the Donnermeister, so I might actually need to revamp the party just to fight the encounters in here. Because if I can't, like, one-shot these guys on the first turn before they move, the entire party gets electrocuted really badly. Ooh, okay, I got one. I think I can survive. Especially if it just decides to go through the Ocarina. Oh no. Those like parry weapons don't work too often, but when they do, it's really, really cool. Oh, that only works on her, that's right. Is there kind of back weak to fire? Yeah, okay. So you need to levitate him, I guess, and Patch, you can do this. This might be bad. I think I'll probably be low to mid-40s by then, at the rate I'm going, just doing the content. Could be wrong. So I don't really swap my party members around, thankfully. It's just a matter of the Shikigami, which are always going to be weaker because you're swapping them around. Still have some that are only level 20. Let's see. What do I want to do here? I mean, you've got something for water damage, even though it's a bit weak. You don't have water AoE damage. Let's get rid of Orin. Maybe we'll give you something else. Yukion is always good. With that, I guess I just kind of have to, hope for the best, really. See what happens. Oh my god, these guys are everywhere. They give a presumably good robe, though, so that's nice. Where's Thunder Barrier? Do Thunder Barrier and Earth Barrier even exist? I'm actually not sure. I know if they do, you don't get them early on, like you get the others. I'm not really sure, to be honest. It's weird that they don't give them to you early, but oh well. It's probably a good thing, honestly. I think having Zuli's fight be just water barrier spam or you die is a little bit boring, really. The enemies here are really something, aren't they? Okay, let me check one thing. Okay, you're learning stuff. You can upgrade Magical Hammer and you're learning stuff. Yeah, you're learning one and you'll get the other with another level. Okay, that's fine. Levels are... yeah, we're basically already 40. So that's good to know. Okay, there's nothing else over to the right. Let's go left. I think forward is actually the way forward here. Maybe. Okay. Look. An easy fight. Use whatever, really. I'm not too picky. Doesn't really matter that much with these guys. Also, Magical Hammer is that one skill that's kind of useless because it wears off when the turn ends. The Ocarina is slow. See, that's the damage I want to do to the Donnermeisters, but I don't... I guess I'll have to single target them, honestly, with, like, my good skills. I think, actually, what I might even want to do... I don't really like this, but... is pray that Byakuran actually does enough damage with magic to one-shot one of them with Cerno. She has no magic attack right now. I think I have a sword that gives her magic attack, right? Somewhere? Maybe? No. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking of. I mean, she still has great int. So, she'll probably still do damage. It's okay. And if I'm really worried, I suppose I could give her some stuff here, because we don't need these on anymore. Where's like a water damage buff? No, I didn't want to sort. Epaulets. Don't have the water one. That's probably fine though, because... oh, okay, Boreas, good. Okay, well I'm at it too. One. Oh. This thing... item drop rate. I thought it's something... oh, I'm thinking of Tay. Yeah, I can put Tay on. I don't need Servant Queen on right now. Tay gives, I think, like an extra 5 or 10 EXP for the whole party, right? Or is it just for the user? Yeah, it's party. It's a lot. I'll take it. Okay, but naturally, they're not even in this fight, so it doesn't really matter. Items... gotta get the bloomers. No, actually, I want a level magical hammer. Get it out of the way. We'll do the bloomers after. So the reason I was up so late last night, so So this friend of mine that I'll be playing GOS with soon, I can just name him. His name is Lex. L-E-X. It's annoying always having to say, like, this one specific friend of mine. This one same guy. We're just gonna call him Lex, like we're going to be calling him soon. He gets home at around 2 or 3, sometimes 1. I usually do something for 2 hours or so, but he got home at 3 last night. We needed a bit of time to have dinner, so we started at like 3:30. And we played Pokemon XD for 3 hours, accidentally. We should have stopped at least halfway through that. Just, we wanted to finish the area we were in, and it dragged on and on. And he's not very good at navigating maps. I'm acting as the spotter for the overworld stuff. So I've got a map up and stuff like that, and I'm telling him, like, go this way, go that way. Because he kind of needs that. Skull Crush it is. I'm picking at random here. Do we not have it at all yet? Hold on. Thought it was an upgrade. Oh, now it's learning. Okay. That's fine too. Is there something down there? No, there's just an enemy down there. I'll take it. It's gone. There's no other path, right? Nope, it's just that. Okay. This guy does... Oh, it's actually only materials he drops. It's good materials, don't get me wrong. I think those are pretty hard to get, right? But... still. So you have... So 0... Let me just do this. I'm just making sure that that Donnermeister dies. I'll have Patchy hit the other guys, I think. Both Light and Fire are fine, so we'll do Light here. Oops. Both Marissa and Oku are pretty fast, so they can surely manage, right? Good morning, Chapstick. Yeah, but Alex and I work off each other really well. Every day, whatever we're doing, we'll inevitably say the same thing or read out like the same thing from a game. Because it looks funny, like several times. So, oh. This is fine. Right? Maybe. Remy, you're supposed to be old reliable. Remy, you're old reliable. Only because this guy decided to greed for its swords dance. What was he thinking? He threw. What's Remy have on right now for these? Okay. Can I just give her even more damage? Won't be able to use a shield. Yeah, sure. I don't care. It's fine. The shield doesn't give you stats right now. It's not anything good. I think Yugi is better for you. I determined yesterday. That's good. Moko gives a lot of strength, but she doesn't give like a good passive. I think there was someone else I wanted to put on. Maybe I'm thinking of equipment actually. Let's see what we got here. 15 attack's pretty good. Alright, we'll put in Komachi. Wish I could just put on 3 Yakshi. I really do. Alright, we can actually move on now. Hooray! The same encounter again. Alright. I wasn't watching to see if I one-shot the Donnermeister or not. Wish we had like a slate for that guy, but we don't. I think my best bet is still to just do this. It's the strongest thing I've got, and it's both, so... That's not gonna one-shot him anyway, right? Gonna come close. Let's do this. I do need to watch Oku's damage on the Donnermeister, though. If she can one-shot them, then I'm gonna have Patchy do something else. She's better on a spell card uses anyway. Okay, that's like an extra 400 damage. Okay, Patchy does under half with her spell card. Oh, it outspeeds Oku, actually. Yeah, that's not enough. Okay. Let me speed Oku up a little bit. I know she's not going to one-shot it anyway, but I can take off this heavy-ass plate armor. Oh, I can put this on her magic attack. Oh, Patchy has it. In that case, I can just give you something else. I gotta put this on Remy. Sure, whatever. Amelia, Super Shell. No, we don't need that. We need the robe that gives you an extra 25 physical attack. Clearly. I'm speccing her out. I don't even know what to do in these fights. Where there's like physically resistant guys. I'm building for the other fights. Get these guys out of here. I don't care about them. I do need to roll for goblins again though. Are they resistant to... no. Just wait. Cool. But yeah. Maybe a year or so ago I played through Colosseum with Lax Pokemon Colosseum. The first time I played more than maybe 3 or 4 hours in. I played a bit as a kid, not too long. Got stuck or got bored, probably a combination of the two, honestly. I was not very good at RPGs as a kid. I'll talk more about that in a bit maybe. I was really, really bad at them. I liked them a lot, but I sucked. I don't think I understood the concept of grinding. I wouldn't grind. I wouldn't go, like, fight extra enemies. I would often avoid enemies or run from encounters. I just would be too weak no matter what. I got the boomers. What do these do? If only we had another accessory slot. But I don't. It's okay, we're not critting all the time anyway. But we played through Colosseum. Not really the most fun time, honestly. The game gets really hard at the end. I kind of forget all of the details. I think we used the, like, Hustle or Minen or whatever that we got throughout the game, and it was really good. Funny enough, I think it leveled up. Yeah, it was a trade Pokemon from an in-game NPC. So it leveled up, like, disproportionately fast to everything else. And it's kind of, I think, generally accepted that, like, it's one of the best things to use in the game. So you kind of make it hard if you don't use it. And we used it. We used it. The game was still hard. So the whole game is double battles if you don't know. And I feel like once you hit, like, the last quarter or, like, fifth or so of the game, every opponent in that game knows Earthquake. It's just, like, Earthquake spam. It's so terrible. Yeah, it's weird, you know, DoD and GOS. GOS is touted, even on the Steam page, as like a game where you don't need to grind. But if you want the items, if you want the skills for Satori and Yaku, you're gonna have to grind. You don't really need to get through the main game. As long as you're not avoiding a ton of encounters, I think you're generally fine. You might end up in tricky situations where you're like, man, I really wish I had the materials to synthesize this Korundo equipment. Or, you know, I really wish I had gotten a drop that could help me out in this case with, like, this resistance or something. I don't know exactly to what extent you can, like, make things really difficult for yourself. Zelda fan would know. He's done, like, restriction runs and stuff. But I think as long as you're doing, like, the bare minimum and still doing encounters, you're probably okay. This thing curses and has a vital variety stab. Alright, just keep on getting this stuff, I guess. I'm not too picky. Gungnir. It's the wrong way, by the way. Okay. Yeah, just hit that guy. You just use Hunting Shot. I don't really know what you do. Make us smarter. I mean, is this even gonna go first? Probably not, right? I wish I remembered more details about the Colosseum to talk about, honestly. I do remember some of the last few Pokemon that we had to snag being really, really difficult, and it felt like an absolute grind to get them. Like the Metagross, and there was something else too, I don't remember what. It took ages. We had a low HP, status ailmented, we just had to keep on spamming balls, and it took like 30 or 40, probably at least. It was awful. Not a very fun time. I guess you could say that, like, any Pokemon game is gonna be like that with its legendaries, potentially. But it just felt extra bad in here. Don't know why. Oh, I think it's because enemy Pokemon can knock themselves out. Shadow Pokemon can, right? One of the Shadow moves has recoil. So you get them, like, low on HP, and you're like, okay, they're in the good catch zone. And you're only gonna get, like, so many turns to try to catch them before they knock themselves out, inevitably. By using that move, like, 3 or 4 times. It's terrible. I thought that Accu was cool. Like, I liked her gimmick a lot. I thought it was neat seeing her slowly grow and, like, be able to take out stronger and stronger enemies and finish them off in, like, grind up her compendium, her chronicle. I thought it was cool. But then again, I like that kind of character. Even though you can't use it for the main content, I played a Blue Mage in Final Fantasy XIV and had a great time with it. It was cool. So I think I might actually enjoy Accu's system more than Saturday's because there's a bit less RNG involved. Any chance for NOR to come to Steam? Talked about NOR quite a few times. So, complicated. Right now the circle isn't really active. In particular. If they were active, the first thing they'd need to do is update DoD with the more up-to-date files, fix some bugs and stuff, because DoD is not in a great state right now. So there's that. So that's a couple things holding them back. They're inactive. They would have another priority. There's also still a priority of getting DoD and GOS on the Switch, which they said were very likely. And then they've been inactive for a while, so maybe not so likely soon. But the problem is, and you may or may not know this, depending on how long you've kept up with, like, Hachikuma stuff, Hachikuma does not have the source code to any of their old games. GOS and DoD included. So, when GOS V was made for the Vita, and DoD W was made for, like, the Vita and the PS4, or whatever it was, and then later on the Switch, I think the W, by the way, probably means double, as in it was released for 2 consoles at once, not just this happens to be the next letter after V. Cool coincidence, though. So, whether NOR would be NORX or not, I don't know. It would be something else. So, when these games were remade, they were remakes, not ports. They had the assets, they had the graphics, and they had, like, the stat sheets, like, they had the CSVs. They didn't have the code, so they had to recode character movements, the battle system from scratch, and recreate what they had, using bits and pieces here and there. And right now, with the circle being inactive, And with how big of a task that is compared to just going back and updating a game, it would be a very big undertaking for them to remake Nightmare Rebellion the same way. Because that's an entire game that we're talking about. It's not that they don't want to. The main Hachikuma guy would love to do this. But it's difficult. He's dealing with personal life stuff. The circle's generally not very active right now. The good news, I talked about this in detail last stream, and I talk about it probably every 3 streams, but as it comes up, it's relevant, especially when playing DoD. I have permission from Hachikuma to remake myself, Finding of Shrine Maiden, and Nightmare Rebellion. It comes down to being capable to. Because just like them, I don't have access to that critical source code. So, at one point in the future, I may enlist the help of someone to help me reverse engineer stuff, see the info I need, and remake these games from scratch, with translations as well. Of course, I keep the Japanese as well. I'm obviously just going to do dual language, but... So if a remake happens, it may actually come from me in the future, since I've gotten permission from the Circle. It's just, I have other translation projects going on right now. I'm doing Touhou Seigai Island's Night Sky. I'm doing Live in the Touhou Tri. I started Yoyami Biscuit 2 days ago. I have a yet unannounced project that is a remake of a much older game that is probably going to be announced within the next month or so. It's a cool game for a pretty well-known circle. They reached out to me. Me, the Touhou Soccer modding guys. Yep, that is my plan. So one of them, Ed Sund, helped me out with Shady Trial. He's proficient with Unity stuff. And he, like, went in and figured out how to change stuff. Like, oh, text formatting, you can do this. Some of these images are saved, like, weird, or they're, like, red weird in-game. They're, like, red as models, almost, and there's, like, weird masking that we have to change, and all this stuff. Shady Trial was a harder game to translate than it looks like, even though it's basically just text and some image replacements. We needed his expertise there. And from what I can tell, he's been useful on the Touhou Soccer modding thing. Maybe the other guy on that project too, I don't remember his name and I don't know him. But maybe he'd be willing to help too when the time comes. Probably, if he's a Hachikuma fan. Maybe. I would like it to happen eventually when I have more time. Oh dear, I didn't want to fight this guy. There's 2 red enemies. So if you guys are decompiling Touhou Soccer to the point where you can understand everything in it. Sorry, I say you guys, the people in the Asprey server. I could also probably ask Hachikuma, hey, could we remake Touhou Soccer and sell it? So maybe there's an opportunity for cooperation there in the future. I'll have to speak to the people that are doing like the modding, the decompiling, or whatever it is that they're doing, and see if they'd be interested in working together on that. I'd be part of the project too. That might be cool. I don't know. It's hard to decide where the priorities should lie with like that and Dawson and NOR. NOR would probably hit the widest audience, being the most recent of the 3 games. So that might be nice. I don't know. At the same time, I've never played it. A lot of people haven't actually. This has also been a point of discussion. You can't play NOR right now unless you get a cracked version, because the verification servers are down. Hachikuma's verification servers have been down for, I think, probably a couple years now, actually. At least 1 year, maybe a year and a half to 2. Could be longer. I don't really keep track. So that's not good. Definitely. Other games from NOR forwards, and for all I know, maybe like their old DoD, even on PC, I'm not sure, use online verification as like a DRM check, basically. So with the servers down, here, let me play that. In the near future, after I play DoD, after I've done my GOS replay with Lax, I would like to play NOR on stream. But I need to ask Hachikuma, hey, do you have like a special dev copy or something I could use? Probably not. Or do you care if I just grab a crack for this and play it? 'Cause I think I've heard that there's a crack out there. I'd like to play it. I've never played the game. I don't really know anything about it. I've seen some of the enemies because Hachikuma has sent me a CD that they sold at an event once called I think like Strawberry Godfist or something like that. I forget. As like a translation that has like essentially the compendiums from their 3, you know, consecutive Touhou games for like enemies and I think Shikigami, like gear and stuff too. Got all that stuff like laid out in HTML format. And I've just out of curiosity like skimmed through some of the stuff for NOR. I'm like, wow, what the heck are these weird enemies? What's with this like blonde recolor of Tenchi? I don't know what I'm looking at, you know? I'm very curious about the game. I don't know what the hell it is. From what I understand, you play as an OC in there, actually. An OC that looks like Accu, but I guess isn't Accu. So I've been told. That's essentially all I know. Besides the gameplay system being a bit similar to DoD in that you get Doppels instead of Shikigami. Past that, I don't really know anything. I might lose this fight, by the way. But yeah, something to look forward to. I would love nothing more than to be able to work with Hachikuma on, like, NOR. It is such a shame that they lost the source code for this stuff. Legit, I would go back and do their whole catalog of, like, their Hachikuma Soft games, then their Strawberry Boza games, like NOR and Touhou Quest, and I think they have others. They have, like, a card battler game or something with, like, their enemies as the cards. I've never played any of those. I've only played GOS and DoD. But I'm enthralled on how large their catalog is and how relatively unknown it is due to the fact that, you know, the games aren't translated. It's also hell to play them. They even have, and I bet a lot of people don't know this, they even have a sister circle that you probably don't know about called Strawberry Brother, which also made Touhou games. I think there's some games starring Aya, and if you look at screenshots of that game, it is immediately clear that whoever did the graphics for DoD worked on that game. It is clearly, you know, the same developers. I don't know why it's a sister circle, if there's different people in it or whatnot, but I don't know anything about that. I haven't thought to ask him. Don't talk to him all the time. I gotta run from this, by the way. But yeah, they have a lot of games. That's not even mentioning like their old Hachikuma Soft games. Oh wait, I can't run from this. That's not great. It is in fact bad. I mean, I can deal with that guy. Yeah, it's cool that Fantasy Maiden Wars is finally happening. I'm glad to hear that. You know, of course, I'm sure that's a game where the circle has the source, right? I can't kill this thing. I can't even outspeed this thing. I'd like to think it'll somehow happen eventually. But I think it's going to take a lot of extra effort on my part compared to a normal project, but I'm willing to go through it. I will remake that game from scratch. I will learn how to use Godot properly, and I will remake that son of a bitch. I will remake other games. I started remaking Touhou Maiden months ago. I only got a little bit of the ways in. I got the basic encounter. I did a super basic system to make enemies find you. Doesn't work very well, but they try to track you. I did the, like, front line, back line, like, movement when you clear out the front line in battle. I did the enemy, like, encounter tables. I did them a little bit differently than they did them originally, but very much the same kind of thing. Because that is something that's documented on the Japanese Dawson Wiki. Exactly how the encounters work, more or less. So that's cool. they helped me understand the CSVs for that, which I was very grateful for. Unfortunately, what they don't have is damage formulas, or formulas for, like, ailments and, like, how equipment affects your stats, even. It's not a simple game where you can just equip an item for, like, 10 attack. It's more like they give different stats depending on the character they're equipped to, but I don't think they're just a multiplier. And also, if you equip multiple of the same item, each one gives you less successive stats. And you'd think, okay, like, just, you know, try something on a bunch of characters, compare the numbers, and, like, get some data, see how it works. Just try to, like, reverse engineer it by looking, and I tried that, and I couldn't find any consistent patterns. Maybe I just suck at that kind of thing. I don't remember how hard I tried. This was way early this year. But it didn't look like it was something obvious. I'm going the wrong way, by the way. I have to go left. I looked through the files I had, like the CSVs and whatnot, and I couldn't find anything like, oh, this character gets 2 times benefits from gear, this character gets 2.5 times. There's nothing like that. With all the different stuff there is in those data files, I can't do this fight, by the way. The carbuncle's just gonna reflect, and I'm not gonna be able to hit the Donnermeister. What do you want me to do? That's not happening. I couldn't find anything. And Maiden is a very, very complicated game. Perhaps unsurprising from the people who made GOS and DoD. Oh my god. Don't just put that guy there. What are you doing? Okay, what do we got here? Remy will take that guy out. You can help with this thing. I can actually just stab him and he'll just die. But let's do this, it's better. Roll for drops. The ocarina exists to pull the gacha lever, basically. Oh, wrong guy, wrong guy. Do not hit that guy. I'm not sure which one I had Oku hit. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me. It might. And I do want to play Fantasy Maiden Wars once it's out in English on Steam too. I'm really excited for that. Believe it or not, I've never actually played the game before. So, my future lineup looks kind of like this. So I'm still finishing DoD and Umineko. 3 visual novels left for Umineko after I finish episode 8, which I barely started. And after that, so after DoD's done, I'm going to be doing GOS v Will X. His first run. He's going in mostly blind. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a train wreck, I'm sure. But I'm going to love it. I think he'll like the game. After that, I would like to do Nightmare Rebellion. After that, if it's out, I'd like to do Fantasy Maiden Wars. So that's the, like, Toho RPG slot right now. I don't know what I'm going to do instead of Umineko when it's done. Yeah, honestly, here's the thing. I'm not against best guessing the formulas and stuff and just coming up with something similar. I'm not totally against it. But it's a fine line to toe about, like, how much of, like, a remake or remaster is this? How much of a reimagining is it? I would like it to be something that optimally satisfies, you know, the people who want it to be faithful and the people who want something serviceable and more accessible in the modern era. And I don't know how people are going to react to having, like, new formulas and stuff. Reverse engineering saves. Maybe. That's something I would definitely need help for, because I don't even know where to start with that. Sadly. Yeah, HSA I'd like to get back to. JTD, probably not. Probably not. It's still there on my PC. I haven't deleted it. But God knows, I don't remember anyone's names except Onizuka. And there were, like, 30 people in that, like, organization chart. Granted, most of them were mooks and didn't matter, but still. I'm not really, experienced when it comes to reverse engineering games and stuff. I think, like, the most in-depth I've ever gotten before is when I translated Rock Maiden, and when I translated the Boho Yo-Yomu and Komokyo 2 games. So for Rock Maiden, talked about this before, I think, as well. A little bit hard to explain. So, you know what a sprite font is? It's when, instead of printing letters directly, the game sees that you've written a letter, and it's like, okay, instead of doing a text write call, we're going to draw an image. So the thing is, that means... Okay, so Rock Maiden has a sprite font. The problem is, its sprite font doesn't have English. So if you type English into the game's dialogue files, it's like script files with a scenario, it'll be blank. The game won't know what to do. Or it'll crash. I think it's blank, but it's been a while. So you might be like, well, you're shit out of luck, Hakanai. You don't have the source. You got permission from the devs to work on this, but like you don't have the direct cooperation. I could probably get it nowadays if I wanted. I want those devs to release like the collection on Steam of all the games. That is a talk for a later time though. So I'm like, okay. This is my first project. There's not much text in this. I promised Dylan I would try to do this. Dylan's gonna pay me for this. You know, Asprey FM. I don't want to let him down. I gotta find a way to make this work. So what I did is I channeled my inner Codemaster. I don't know what other term to use. And what I did is I made a Lua program. Technically Lua 2D because it's got UI stuff built in and you can use it for anything Lua. So why not? That essentially made up its own little language and it converts gibberish Japanese characters into English. I edited the sprite font sprite sheets to have English, but you can't add English. You can't add it because you would need access to the code then. The code that tells the game which index of the sprite sheet is which character, you know? So the best I could do is, I'm just throwing examples out here, is like, I replace the Japanese syllable ka with the letter A in uppercase. I replace ki with B in uppercase. And I move on and on until I've done all the uppercase, all the lowercase, and any punctuation I need. But again, we can't write English and have the game pick it up because it still thinks that that's kakiku keiko, sashi suseso, and whatnot. It still thinks it's Japanese. So you have to lie to the game. Essentially, you have to put gibberish into the script files and tell it that I want this scene to print absolute gibberish. Yeah, it's character replacements. So I had a program to convert gibberish strings into English and English into gibberish, back and forth, basically. So I had to work with that when doing all three of the Rock Maiden games. This worked for all three of them, if memory serves. So hey, at least it future-proofed for me, you know? It worked. I bet people would, like, freak out and be very confused if they, like, looked at the files and saw this. But it worked. And for, the Boho games, well, I don't know how to translate them, but I didn't really understand how the file formats worked. Again, I don't reverse engineer stuff, really. I have very little experience in that. So, I usually just try a bunch of extraction tools, and I hope that there's something human readable, like a CSV, a TXT, or in Shady Trials' case, JSON files, which are fun to work with. Boho didn't have that. It had, I don't know what they were probably just some kind of generic .dat files that were whatever proprietary, like, encoding the circle used. So I had to ask the guy who made the original Boho patch for the first Boho game. There's Boho Komokyo, that's Boho 1, Boho Yo-Yomu, which is Boho 2, and you'd be like, oh, that's just Boho Eisho for imperishable name. No, they just did Boho Komokyo 2. I think there was going to be a Boho Eisho, it was Boho 4. They didn't end up making it. the guy behind the circle disappeared. I tried to reach out. Couldn't do it. The best I found was what might have been his Skype. Never got a response. Skype's gone now, so... Anyway, again, I'd love to talk to that guy, Marokaka, but he doesn't exist. He's gone. I hope COVID didn't get him. Sincerely, I hope he's okay. But, yeah, so... The guy who did the patch, who is BRL Iron, the guy behind Toho Crap, the automatic Toho patcher, it's the same guy. It's like the project lead. So I reached out to him, and he told me, like, oh, it's really simple. It's like, these bytes, like, mark the start of a string, and, like, this is, like, where it goes and whatnot. And, like, the files start with this, like, header and whatnot. I'm like, okay. That's a bit advanced for me, but I'll try. I'll try my damnedest. So I tried my damnedest, and I made a program in Love 2D again, because everything I make is in Love 2D. If it can be, it's going to be in Love 2D. Do I know useful languages like Python? No, I know Lua. So I make my stuff in Love 2D. So I made a program... I think I've shown this off at stream before, actually. That essentially reads, like, the strings from just the you know, original, like, hex bytecode, converts them into letters, puts the portrait on screen so I know who's talking, and I can, like, convert stuff back and forth by editing it in this simple-ass little Love2D program. So I essentially made, like, a text editing tool for the game. Showed like the text box size and whatnot, I think, so I didn't go over the limit for line wrapping. Worked pretty well. Pain in the ass to use still. But I could use it for the sequel as well. I think with a couple minor tweaks. So that worked for both the Boho games. So that was that. Hard work. I had never done anything like that before. Oh, we have Cosmic Liner. That's great. Big skill. How have I not been... Oh, okay, I came from up there. I came from upper left. I gotta go this way. Ooh, nice. Okay, is there anything down to the right? Map, please scroll. I don't want to fight encounters. I'm gonna die. Run. Retreat. Says there's no items, but is there a map transition? Ooh, I'll do this fight. Happily. I'll happily get nothing from this fight. Watch me. But yeah. When it comes to decompiling stuff and understanding file formats and whatnot, I am resourceful, but I'm not knowledgeable. I can Google stuff online, and I can try to mash things together in such a way where it works. I can make it look like I know what I'm doing, but a lot of the time I don't. A lot of the time I am winging it, and just trying to find something that works, and a lot of the time I do. But I'm not knowledgeable in those fields. I've dabbled a little bit here and there, but if someone asked me, like, hey, help out with decompiling this project or something, I wouldn't be able to. I've used text editors before, yeah. I'm not proficient in them, but I've used them when I have no other choice, yeah. So she got... Oh, she learned Comet Assault, I see. It's okay. Let me put that on. I guess. It's a sleigh. Okay. I like sleighs. Okay, there is nothing down here. Okay. Well, only one way to go. Hex. I'll make a note of that. The one I previously used was... I don't know, I can't find it actually. I just searched Hex in my start menu, it's not coming up. I'm not sure anymore. It's been a while. Okay. So this is Ultahaw's tower actually. Weak to stab. Weak to maybe thunder? I'm not sure. Let's look at like the original stuff. So this is Zuli's upgraded form. This is Zuli's original form. Are her resists different? I think they're the exact same. Not like that matters when she has ridiculous stats. Look at those defensive stats. They're crazy. I was hitting her with like Levitate. With no buffs or debuffs, it does like less than 200 damage. I had to stack, pretty much wasn't here yesterday, 5 total buffs and debuffs to win the fight with Remelia. I had to get like heat weapon, strength up, and weapon blast on Remy. I had to lower Zuli's vitality, and I had to use Acid Storm to increase her physical damage taken. And only then did I do reasonable damage to the 15,000 HP beast. It was terrible. So Ultaha. Weak to all physical, weak to earth. Okay. She wasn't really a big threat last time. Maybe she will be now. She's probably gonna use Thunder. She's probably gonna use Dark. Let's just pray that Remy can do this, I guess. Let's take the gauntlet off and put on something else. So you need... That's the correct garter. Good job, Remy. How did you know? So you're gonna need Thunder Resist. We're gonna have Gonir, which is a high crit rate, so I'm gonna keep that on. I'm gonna keep the bloomers and I'll take this off. So you need Thunder Resist. I think we can use 75%, right? Do we not have the... We don't have the Thunder Amulet for that. It's okay. I still have this. I'm missing this one too? Oh my god, really? Okay. In that case... Is the best we can do? Just 25%? That doesn't seem right. Surely there's... What's star? I don't know, maxed? I'm not sure. Surely there's a Shikigami that gives you 50% thunder resist out of what I have. I'm gonna skim through all of them. Maybe they're not high enough level yet. Nope. Okay. So... I wonder if we could put on Jammer. I wonder if she'll be like, oh no you don't, and counter it with something or not. Oh, there's no field category. I just gotta find it. Support maybe? Oh yeah. We're here in support. Okay, you have Jammer. Okay. I'm gonna put on Oshiro-sama. I'm just gonna kind of wing this first and see how it goes, basically. I'm not going to be able to manage this with, like, a blind team, I'm sure. It's not gonna go like the first time. It's not gonna stop you from trying, that's for sure. I'm looking for... Yeah, Sunflower Fairy. Take you off, Patchy. Okay. Ooh, super gravity. Nice. And we can put a new A. I'm just thinking offensively first before I think defensively, really. Irresponsible, I know. I'm kind of surprised we don't have the Earth Epaulet either. I'm missing all the things I could really use right now, huh? That's a shame. Okay, definitely don't need that on. Sure, whatever. Don't need this. Oh yes, makes you weak to thunder. Seems like a great idea in this fight. I don't think so. Oh, we do have the 50% one. Okay, I was just blind. Okay, see, actually, I'm gonna put that on you. Just missed it. Could be worse. Could be a lot better, though. Let's see. I don't know. I'll just make you go fast. I'm not really getting too picky yet. I just want to go in and see what kind of damage I do, basically, to start with, you know? Okay, this covers a lot of bases. I suppose. Okay, let's go in and get our asses kicked. Gotta test the waters, right? Oh my, oh my. It appears some uninvited guests have wandered in. We were told to come to the Castle of Chaos. Shut up. Or rather... Oh, okay. Well, it's like I translated this dialogue. In this case, perhaps invited guests would be correct. I had expected we'd run into you soon. It appears you've unveiled your devilish aura as well, Shizu Karaotaha. I see. So just like with Chloe, this is your true power. Anyway, so you've finally shown yourself, Devil Deva. And here, I'd heard that you'd been one-sidedly defeated by Chloe, and were no longer able to fight. Well, you heard wrong. I would expect as much of the great magician of Hokkai and her group. You've got quite the vitality. Befitting of repulsive cockroaches such as yourself. Cockroaches? I'm so honored we could meet again. However, I must apologize. For what? If you've all just arrived, I must have you leave. The end is right before our very eyes, and your advance into this castle is a hindrance, so I will put a stop to you here. For Gensokyo, the incident you've all caused is a hindrance. So I share the sentiment. You devils caused all this. We're going to exterminate you and put an end to this ridiculous incident. I'd like to see you try. I, Shizu Karaotaha, one of Angra's guardians, will show you just how much we Devil Devils are capable of. So be sure to get a good look now. It's got like a big thunder spear now. This sign's actually kind of crazy. She's got like a light wing and a dark wing, I think. Her left one, like her light one, is kind of like just two big prongs. I'd love to see like art of these characters from other angles. I think they have cut-ins when they do the cards, right? I know that's a thing in GOS with the Gorgon sisters, and I think those cut-ins are really cool. I have high-res versions of those saved, by the way. I bet you're jealous. I use them for the trailer. I like recolor them to obscure who they were, but I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, let's see if she gets pissed if I do jam her. Alright. Gonna start by attacking. Oh, actually, no, I need a heat weapon. I'm just gonna see what happens if I invest fully in Sane right off the bat. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna Leaf Barrier too. Sorry, Sane? Or Emilia? Try again. Oh, here's a heal. That's nice. I guess in that case, I'll actually use... No, I'm... okay, fine. I'll do lethal poison. I'll keep Tenchi open for a turn, in case I want to heal. Oh. I haven't even buffed yet. Too soon, too soon. Good job, though. Keep it up. So she counters Earth Magic. Don't use Earth Magic, she will insta-kill you. Okay. Got it. I see. I see. Okay. Yep. Well, that kind of leaves Marissa with nothing to do, doesn't it? Might as well hit her anyway. I knew it. I knew it. To be fair, though, it makes her waste one of her turns, so if I just keep getting into a jammer fight with her, I can make her waste one of her turns every turn. I have 10 turns. No, 5 turns, and she has 2, so I think that's a good trade-off. Too bad it has a 4-turn cooldown. 3. Big cooldown, though. Anyway, Remelia hurt her pretty badly, so that's good. Now, I'm going to put Acid Storm on her. And we can knock it in 3 steps. Pretty good. I'm gonna use that. Oh, she didn't counter Marissa. Was the jammer in response to the field or in response to me using the magic? Maybe it's random what she counters with. 3,000. Oh, she's silenced. I didn't even see. Okay, now we die. Actually, Remy still has her camo thingy on. Alright, Remy. Spell card, spell card. You're still silenced. Just smack her, I guess. Aw. Let's see what this does. Nothing. That's what it does. We still don't have Acid Storm on you. Gotta keep on trying for that. Oh no, toppled. Should have removed Moko. I could have maybe revived everyone had I still had Moko on. I don't think I need to plan a party out that carefully for this. Because unlike Zuli, she takes damage. I mean, I was 1 turn away from winning that fight. Which is kind of absurd, really. Alright, let's see here. So, what do we need and not need? You guys don't really need to do magic. So... I'm gonna give you some stuff here. Healing for one thing. Nitori should go on Marissa so we can keep our single attacker safer. You don't need this, because we're just gonna block hits for you. It doesn't matter. You don't need these. You just need to do all the damage you can, sweetie. So you can take the gauntlet. We don't even care about the shield. It's irrelevant. Oh, yeah. I think Gomir is fine. We don't need to switch Gomir. Okay. Now I could put Moko on you. In case of emergency. I think I will. If something happens and you end up alone, we can do Phoenix Explosive Birth because we can just use like your like camo and stuff to nullify hits and just do it at the end of the turn probably. Okay, I'm gonna give you a healer. Heal. We have Aaron now, right? That's cool. Okay, yeah. We can have Aaron. Patchy's not gonna be great as a healer. She does have Tenchi, which is cool. Take off medicine. We can put an Alicorn maybe if we want to block ailments. They're not super common though, and they don't really matter too much. No. If we put this on you, you'll have Acid Storm, so that'll be easier to hit. See, there's a character, and I forget who it is, that has a thing that you can put on a character that gives them +2 resist levels in any element of your choosing. Who is that has that? Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. I don't really need to bother. Oh, it's Alice, by the way. I found it. Again, like, I'm just gonna block hits for her anyway. I don't need to reduce damage in particular. Um. Let's see. Something useful to do might be control land, though. Just to push it away from Thunder, I guess. So she can't do really nasty stuff. I'm sure this is far from ideal, far from optimal, but I think it'll be enough because she's a glass cannon, unlike Zuli. Okay. We don't even need Oshido Saman anymore. Actually, no. I mean, if I can make her waste turns on the field, it's kind of funny. But I need to, I think, open with Weapon Plus. I need to get Remy online as soon as I can. So she doesn't attack in the first turn. This is her third buff. Who's Dryad now? Patchy? Did I take Dryad off? And what Chloe? No, Chloe happens to be the third of the refights, if you're going in order. So I'll be doing her next time. We're gonna put on Kappa camo. And you can Acid Storm, I guess. Oh, wow. Okay, well, Byakuren dies again. Byakuren never gets to move. I'm hoping I can just brute force this. It's looking pretty viable. Do need to revive and heal, though. Let's see. Okay. I think it landed on you. Yeah, okay, it did. So now... we're also going to lower your vitality. You're going to start attacking this turn. With Blood Lance. You heal. You also heal. That's why I had multiple people heal. Because I knew that if Oku died, we'd lose the middle spot. Ruby got debuffed. That's sad. I don't know how big that's gonna be. Oh, that's probably huge. That kinda sucks. Who here has revives, by the way, besides Remy? Did I not? I mean, Aaron probably does. No. Okay. Yeah, I should have taken off Letty and put on a revive. What was the point of this at this point? None. I don't know what I'm doing. Hit her with Cold View. Well, forget Control Land. Remelia solo, Remelia solo. Remelia revive, Remelia revive. Oh, right, you're silenced. Yep. Lance Chase. Is that magic? No, it's not. Lance Chase. Oh wait, Remelia's not even attacking this turn. He's reviving. Okay, so you've got your debuffs on. I could lower your stats, but I think I want to put on Jammer to make you waste one of your turns. Use knockout in 3 steps, that's fine. If it weren't for the fact that she counters, I would look into maybe using Earth Hand with Remelia for even more damage. Something like that. I don't know. I'd probably just get her killed though, right? Okay, you're still debuffed with defense down for a couple turns. You have anything else useful? Oh, you have a single target heal. Sure, try to use it on yourself. Hmm. She's unsurprisingly quite fast. Did my turn get interrupted? I guess it did. Well, that's not good. Does Byakuran have... Okay, Byakuran has revives. Good. Okay. Remy is out of barriers. She's actually only gotten one because I forgot to even include Dryad. That's the first time Remy's gotten hit, by the way. Wait, that's a lie. She got hit at the start of the fight. I'm lying. I'm gonna sacrifice heal. I'm not gonna sacrifice heal. Play dead, Remy. Okay. Forget Oshiro-sama. Forget that. I need to put Dryad back on. We need to give her, like, immunities to stuff there. Byakuran is having a really hard time acting. At all. Sadly, I kind of want to keep the electric shield on Remy. In a pinch, maybe she can use it, you know? So I don't really want to put it on Byakuran, who keeps getting hit with, like, Thunder Hand and stuff. So magic isn't going to help with that. Like, the disc shields don't help. I gotta put in, like, one of these or something, I think. I don't know exactly how it works. I know it's not magic, so... Sure, whatever, just have this 15% chance to not take bad damage, maybe. Let's see. I can probably take this off. Not gonna, though. Letty's worthless here. Have someone for revives. Have Orin, I guess. Furthermore, let me go look at her old compendium thing. So, she resists the other base elements, but not light and mystic. So, if I do happen to have a space on these guys, I could have them do some neutral damage. Tenchi's good for the AoE heal. You can keep Tenchi. I don't mind. We don't need that on anymore. Same thing for HP instead, maybe. Or, I don't know, defense. I don't really care. Not even really sure changing the land is gonna matter, to be honest, but... I think I'm better off giving you another Shikigami with a revive. Which would be... Ooh. We have quite a few on already. Kadama's taken, right? Angel just has complete cure. Where's Kadama? Yeah, Kadama's on Byakuran. Orin's taken. Did Lunar Star? I think one of them might have had a revive, right? Yeah, Star does. Okay, that'll do. Okay. Alright, let's go lose again. I'm gonna get through this. Need drinks, give me a sec. I'm firmly in the camp that GOS has a better OST than DoD. This Outer Range is probably one of the best songs in the game in DoD, along with a couple area themes that I like a lot too. Okay. Leaf Barrier, Heat Weapon, Byakuran's going to eat shit. Let's see. I think what I'm actually gonna do with you... just put Gutless on her, just be mean. Just Gutless her, that's good too. So, you can stack this with Leaf Barrier. Takes up another slot, that's fine. We have enough slots for that. And I'm gonna try to Acid Storm. That's just half my HP going in the first turn. Hey! That Mental Player Staff comes in clutch. I think it's great. Okay, base stats down. Go on, Ellie. Go on, honey. So. We're gonna do Borderlands to heal a bit. Okay, wait, are we gonna have enough slots? So we have 2 defensive, we have Heat Weapon, Weapon Bless, and we have Strength Up. Yeah, I guess it's fine. However, I think I should probably heal first. I think I need to heal. So you're gonna heal you. You're gonna heal the back line. And Patchy's gonna heal in the middle. Because we're stacking heals, because most of these probably aren't even gonna go off, because people are gonna die. Oh, at least she used both moves on one character. We don't really need to heal Remy, she can heal herself. And she has, like, her camo anyway, so it's okay, basically. Knockout. Okay. I'd love to put that last word on, but I think it has to wait a little bit. I don't think now's a good time for that. Would be funny though. I can camo someone else. Let's camo Byakuran. Because she's so slow. We already have defense down on. Patchy actually doesn't really have anything to do. Oh wait, which means Byakuran should be doing something and have Patchy revive instead. You Strength Up. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, Byakuran. I'm gonna be greedy. And you can try to revive Oku. Too slow. Too slow, Marissa. I warned you. I think that one got wasted, right? Because she already had that on her? Yeah. I didn't want that to go on her. Okay, we still need Weapon Bless. Why does Knockout in 3 steps have no cooldown, by the way? I'm gonna start spamming Red the Knightless Castle now. Although gonna kill everyone else this turn, probably, with her spell card. Wouldn't be surprised. But we'll see. Best thing you can do is try to resurrect. The best thing you can do is try to resurrect. What else am I gonna do? I have no other options here. Oh, it's expensive MP-wise? Oh, it's 24. Yeah, you're right. I didn't see that. Okay, this is where we revive everyone with Moko. And hopefully our camo keeps us alive. There we go. There we go. See? It works. So we get a partial reset here, which is great. Yeah, I guess Remy does have low MP compared to everyone else. You're not wrong. We still don't have Weapon Bless on Remy. Even after all this time. We just have Heat Weapons, so we gotta keep trying to put that on. I'm gonna knock out. No, I need to save the MP from Moko. I can't do that. I'll spell card. You probably aren't going to get a turn. Where you E4. It's times like this where I really wish I had a character in the party with a healing spell card that could go first. But no, I just had to have this party configuration. I just had to add in Oku. What's wrong with me? Not too late to switch her out, maybe. Still not too late. Because I'm not using her as an attacker. So, what's the point? Maybe I really should switch her, honestly. I'll seriously consider it, actually, after this, maybe. I mean, anything here would be nice to get. You still defense down. You lost Gutless. I guess let's try to put Gutless on you. Why not? Who has Dryad again? Is it... Oh, cool. I need to go look. Hold on. Oh, it draws in cooldown. Okay, that's why. Okay. But next turn I could do Dryad again. Which would be great. Kinda need that. Gutless, you put camo on Remy. And you, I guess, heal if we can. Bad chance. Okay. It's a pretty good turn. I can actually get off a heal. Alright. This is looking good. This is looking really good. I know it might not seem that way. But we don't need many turns with Remy to just end this fight, I don't think. Okay, you don't have any debuffs on anymore, because it sucks. I don't want to move first. Rather, I don't want to waste a spell card. If you don't have any debuffs on, I want to try to, like... Patchy has Acid Storm. She has another copy of it, so I can just do that. I save in P, because this is like 40, 30. So I can't use that. I'm just gonna attack. Normally. You can heal the backline. Or die trying. And you Acid Storm. I want to try to get Acid Storm on first. Never mind. Oh, I tried. Okay. You know, it's funny that Koishi doesn't have Thornbind. Maybe she gets it later. Alright, I'm gonna lower her agility so I can actually hit her. Because I keep missing, which is really bad. She would have like 2,000 or 3,000 less HP right now. She'd be in like a real danger zone. Oh, if only I could actually hit, you know? My camo... Oh, you canceled my move. That's 2 turns where we haven't done any damage. Didn't take any though, which is nice, I guess. Okay. Right, still on cooldown. Remy has Weapon Blast, but she doesn't have Heat Weapon anymore. I don't really know if she can spare a turn for it. Your agility is down, that's good. I'm gonna Acid Storm you. Heat Weapon is expensive, right? It's 10. I can do that. I can do that. I think it's better just to attack at this point. I'm just gonna attack. I'll strike that. I'm not gonna get it, but I want it. So I assume what she has... I don't know if it's the Kappa Camo or the Leaf Barrier, so I can't do anything with that. I'll have to wait for it to go down. It's probably the Camo. I think we lost both stacks of Leaf Barrier and kept the Camo, but I don't know if that's actually the case. Okay. She has no Camo anymore. We're gonna Dryad this next turn. Dryad is on cooldown this turn. So that's not great. You still have Weapon Blast. Yep. I can debuff something. So Acid Storm missed. Wait, no, I didn't do Acid Storm this turn. Your agility's down. Let's Acid Storm you. Attack. And let's see. Lorvit. Oh. That's bad. Okay, she survived. She got toppled, but she survived at least. That's good. Okay. Is her like big 3000 damage thing like single target or row? Hope we can get this off in time. Man, we've missed so many turns with Remelia, unfortunately. Like 4 or 5 turns cancelled or missed. I think we would have already won the fight by now if we'd like Thornbinded at the start, maybe. That's rough. She already has that on. Oh, you have healing water. Heal Remy. Okay, well, we got the Leaf Berry on first, so whatever happens, happens. Okay. Alright, that's why we have MP. Does that get silenced? Oh my god. How did you know what I was gonna do? That is cruel. Okay. We just gotta risk it on this. Maybe she'll do it twice. Oh my god. 8,000. Okay, never mind. We could have ended the fight a few turns ago. That was probably a crit. Okay. Well then. Nice. That is, Remelia always exceeds expectations in this. Ah. How unfortunate. It appears you'll be the one to leave after all. It's all over for you, Devil Deva, Shiju Karaotaha. My oh my. I put forth my best efforts, yet you bested me anyway. You can be a Makai Devil or whatever all you want, but our victory means that we're one cut above you. You should never expect too little from Gensokyo. A Makai Devil such as myself is no hindrance to you all, I see. You all make for such an incredibly curious bunch. People like us don't operate under normal rules. Gensokyo is full of more of us. I see. However, if we're talking about not operating under normal rules, then our hunger won't exactly be left in the dust, you know. What? The likes of myself can't even compare to Angra. How will you all stand against her? I so very look forward to finding out. She exploded again. No matter who gets in her way, there's only one thing for me to do. And that's to show them the power of a vampire. Yeah. You show them, Remy. I agree. Whether Angra is incredibly powerful or not, it's not even relevant. We'll put an end to her ambitions in the incident with our combined strength. That's all there is to it. Come, let's go exterminate the culprit reigning over this incident. Jeez, that fight, something awful, really. I have business in here. So. Get me out of here. How many times do I have to hit L? I'm thinking. Is there any easy way to check, like, what spell cards do? I'll go with the wiki. I'll go with the wiki for it, I guess. Give me a sec here. Maroku W wiki. So, I'm considering putting in someone with a healing spell card. What's Reimu have? Light attack. 2 healing cards. Oh, no, you can only use those if she's your protag. She doesn't get them otherwise. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so Reimu's out. Surely Yukari's not gonna have a heal. No, she has Schema Strash. Okay. Mailing has just got offense. Yep, single target attack. Let me see here. Sane? No, it's just her stat boost, which is nice and all, but still. Yuka's got her, like, counter, right? Her... Okay, so it... I see, it just lowers enemies' damage dealt, actually. I am thinking of her Flowering Defense, her last word. Okay. Let's see. Moko... Of course, her last word's great, but her main spell card's just offensive. Sunny doesn't work either. Eiki just has attacks. Suiko's not gonna have anything. Kogasa? Nope, she's got an MP heal and a single target death attack. I could use Aaron. What's Aaron have? Oh, let's see. Her last word is good. Her spell card is useless. It's one of those ones that deals percent damage, so it's not gonna work in boss fights. Period. But for her last word, increases everyone's max HP and lets them survive death a single time. Or elixir. It's quite good, quite nice. And those... Actually, I have Satori and Tenchi too. What Satori and Tenchi? What do they have? Yeah, it sounds good, but it's a last word, so you can't bank on getting it is the problem. Satori's not useful, Tenchi's not going to be either, right? Nope. It's crazy. So the only healing spell cards you get, besides last words, are if you start the game as Reimu. That's why Reimu's the easy one to play as, I guess, huh? Pretty nuts. Mind you, I'm not looking at the expansion characters, but I get the feeling they don't have them either. There's 4 more characters that will be getting post-game. Only 4. Okay. Now, Nitsuri gives the entire team optical camo. That's really, really good. Maybe I should be using Nitsuri instead. I feel like that's not a bad idea. Being able to just do that theoretically at the start of a turn. It says the cast time is only 100. Is this not fast like most spell cards? Hold on. Oops. I want to look at something. Do you use spell cards in the menu? Where do you see them in this game? Do you have to go into battle for it? This is just for Shikigami, not characters. So she's fast, yeah. Which is unfortunate, but I guess that's how they balance it. She's like number 17 in terms of speed. So here's the thing. I think instead of Oku, I need a fast healer / buffer debuffer. I need like a fast support character. Is there someone I could use that would be better than Oku here? If they're somewhat tanky, that's even better. Oku is fast, don't get me wrong, she's very fast. She dies really quickly though. And she can't always outspeed either. In terms of speed, she is number 5 in the roster. There's no easy way to see who's like... Oh wait, no, actually there might be, hold on. No, I can't see like a full list. I have to like go to the individual pages and see who sits where. Let's see, Kogasa has the highest potential and the highest MP. Great. Dedicated Tenka and have Marissa heal. No, but I want to have Marissa attack. She's got great intelligence. I mean, Byakuren is essentially the dedicated tank. She's quite tanky, right? Or am I just using her like that? I'm gonna go look at her stats. Her HP is 10th place. Her vitality is 9th place, and her pot is 18th place. She's not really that super tanky, is she? Maybe I do need a dedicated tank. I could put in Yuka. Yuka's tanky, right? 4th highest HP, 2nd highest vitality, 4th highest potential. It's Yuka. So she is slow. She's super slow. But she should be able to survive stuff, which is pretty cool. Just a shame that her spell card and last word are only sometimes useful. Like, they're only good in fights against physical opponents. So it's kind of a shame, right? Oh, Tenchi. HP isn't very good. Vitality isn't very good. All of her stats are kind of average, actually. You'd think she'd have, like, super high defense, but I guess that's a Labyrinth Tenchi. Sorry that you're not seeing what I'm looking at, by the way. I'm looking around at the wiki. What other good tank characters are there? Yukari's got decent tank stats, actually. Yukari's kinda tanky. Not awful. Too bad her spell card is worthless. Her last word is really good. It reduces your damage taken by 75% for the turn for all allies. Also eliminates incoming conditions. So it's great. But again, it's a last word, so... You know. If you get it, you get it, but... Yeah, if you're playing as her, she has something that lets all of your characters survive with 1 HP for the turn. So it's like that effect from Hawaii Elixir. That's nice. But you don't get it if you're not playing as her. Shame. Got good defensive stats though, so that's nice. What about you, Yuko? She's kind of average all around. Got more to check here, probably, really. Yeah, Erin's stats aren't really that great for this. She's got good dex though, but don't really care about that. Mailing isn't really what we want either. I guess she's got good HP and vitality, but bad potential. She's slow too, which is fine. We can't have a fast tank, you know, I get that. Her spell card's useless. I guess maybe Yuka's the best bet here because her spell card is at least somewhat useful on a tank. It has some defensive opportunities. So I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna put Yuka in instead and have her be that spot. Her dex is terrible, so her buffs aren't gonna be as strong as they could be. Her int is also bad, so I assume that's going to lower her healing potency, but still. Melko has the highest vitality in the game. Second highest HP. Maybe I should just put in Melko. She's actually super tanky. And she has, like, arguably the best last word. It does mean that I can't equip her as a Shikigami though, and she's a really good Shikigami because she has the AoE res. I think the only one that you get. So I don't want to do that. I want to keep her as a Shikigami on Romelia. For clutch situations, maybe. I guess I'll put in Yuka. I've used Yuka before in this, so I don't mind using her again. I need to turn her back into a person. Yuka. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, Oku. You served us well for a while, kind of, but you never really met your potential because you can't really have 3 hackers in the boss fights in most cases. You'll just die if you do that, unfortunately. It was really a pipe dream being able to have 3 magic attackers. I don't know why I ever thought it would work. So we're gonna have to level you up, which is gonna be fun. You'll catch up soon, I'm sure. It'll be fine. I'm just gonna put on the stuff that Oku had and not really think too much about it. I just want to make sure that Oku doesn't have anything that she's holding out on from us, basically. I guess it still shows up in the menu anyway, but nonetheless. And we can equip some stuff. Take some slays, I guess. I mean, you're probably not gonna be... I mean, you've got decent strength, I think, but, like... It's not gonna be, like, your main focus attacking, for sure. Yeah, we have 6 different slay moves. I'm happy with that. Okay. Good. We can make some accessories. We can upgrade some stuff. Fairy cloth. So this is an upgrade from the fairy bloomers. That's neat. But I'm gonna hold off on it, I think. This might have been funny in the Otaha fight. Regular attack 3 times. Alright, we can make this, yeah, we have our Chalcum. But I don't really want to use it right now. Maybe later. You really, really want to make sure that you're gonna, like, commit to actually really needing this for a fight before you make it. You don't just want to go down the list and make everything. Right, I could upgrade the, yeah, these things. They're back here. I take that off. It's annoying that you can't upgrade stuff that you have equipped. Just a mild complaint, though. I see gold is considered better than platinum in this game as far as upgrades go. Use it to get 3 to 3+, but 2 to 2+ is platinum. 1 to 1+ is silver. So silver, platinum, gold, huh? Do we have any other tier 3s on us? Upgrade whatever I can. Some of those we don't have the recipes for yet, though. Okay. Okay. Let me put those back on. Keep strength plus. You can have the goggles. And I guess you can just have whatever. Yeah, Yuka doesn't need that, actually. That was on Oku because she sometimes actually used magic, but that is not going to be the case with Yuka. You are a tank, so have some HP. Her HP is... okay, still less than Marissa's. But, well, she's low level. Have pity on the poor girl, you know? See, I haven't been going for 2 hours yet, so I think I could do a bit of grinding or, like, clean up. Man, cleaning up chests sucks, though. Gotta do it at one point. Wait, there's somewhere I haven't been here? What do you mean there's somewhere I haven't been? Eh? Excuse me? Why have I not been? I don't have a fast travel point? Am I missing one? Got everything up here, right? Yeah, I specifically remember doing that screen. No one can tell me otherwise. Now, I think I'll just do some fights in the Castle of Chaos, actually, just to get Yuka caught up. That makes more sense. I could even try to run through Chloe's area, potentially, but that'll take too long. That could take like an hour. At least a half an hour, so I won't do that. I'll just do a few, quick random battles, I guess. Or not. I got these drinks and never actually opened them. Oh yeah, I got a Shikigami earlier, I forgot to check out too. I got that, like, Death Rider guy, right? Totally slipped my mind. He's probably pretty good for Remy, I'd assume. But I want to start leveling him. I'll just go in here. I don't want to start Chloe's area until I'm actually ready. What is efficiency? Okay, so, hey, that's actually useful here. Is it fast? Somewhat, yeah. So this guy is Skull, so he's undead. You actually have a Slay, I suppose. You have place for like pretty much everything in the game. I guess we don't have much elemental variety in the team right now, though, do we, huh? Oops. Of course. We're boss after all. Everyone's got revives and support stuff on for Remy support. It's interesting, we've hit the point where physical is actually performing a lot better than magic, at least for a while. Gotta give her 4 times XP. So that could be better, honestly, but it's still good. So just hit him. Actually, no, because we don't have like the big water Shikigami here anymore. You can hit him. And we basically have to spell card him, I guess. It's not gonna be enough, but it's a start. It's a start. Okay, let's get her up to level 20 maybe, then wrap up. That's gonna be, you know, half of everyone else's level. I wish Yuka's was one of those Shikigami that I had equipped a lot. Like Moko or someone, but she unfortunately just wasn't. I couldn't really get that much use out of her as a Shikigami. She's not as, like, generally useful, you know, in, like, a lot of situations, and those are the Shikigami that you really want to keep on. The ones that are useful in random battles and stuff. Yuka is not one of those. That thing was surprisingly merciful. Let's see. So that's the immortal symbol, I think. Pretty sure. I mean, I'm gonna be finishing off with a different character anyway, so I don't really know why I'm bothering, to be honest. I'm not gonna let it survive until Yuka's turn. Whole party will be wiped by then. Oh, so that guy's gonna be zapper moves, huh? I think those are pretty good. I think they're supposed to be. So he might be a good fit for Remy in some fights. Well, maybe in random battles, actually. Missed a chest here. I'm okay with just spamming stuff. I don't know if I want to do like cleanup and stuff on stream or off stream. So far, everything in the game has been on stream. I have not done a single leak of off stream content. Ah, you know, it's fine. I can still yap. Doesn't matter if the gameplay is interesting, there's still yapping to be done. If it strikes my mood. We'll get there when we get there. Probably around once I finish the main game. Or maybe before the final boss if I end up struggling. I'll go try to clean up chests and stuff and get a few more of the Shikigami recruits I missed. I'm not gonna get the Yukari. If I do get them, it'll be with the tickets, for sure. I'll, like, just, I guess, set aside an afternoon off stream and grind up their pity or something, maybe, so I can cheese the ticket system. I assume they're probably really useful. It's a shame that something so useful is gated behind teeny tiny odds. Death, okay. Shield attack. Triggering its defensive property, so that means that you get the stats no matter what from it. That's pretty cool. That's neat. I didn't know about that. Nice attack. I could see it being useful. I guess Philosopher's Stone. Gotta open my monster too. So glad I don't have to leave the house for anything today. I had to go mow my parents' lawn yesterday. Took an hour. Had to get a bath when I got back and everything. But I can stick around at the house and do whatever I need to today. I have a trace that I was working on yesterday that's taking a long time that I'm gonna try to finish today for some more practice. I'm getting better at like fine line control, like zooming in and dealing with lines like that. And I was working on the weapon info for Yo-Yummy Biscuit yesterday, and I didn't get to finish it. Reddick Zomboid? Yeah, sure, I'm not against it today. What time are you thinking? Because I'll probably be busy sometime about 5 to 7 hours from now, so it'd have to be before then. But generally before then, I'm free and, you know, I'm flexible. I can slot stuff in wherever I want, basically. 9:30. So a bit over an hour from now. Yeah, sure, sounds good. I'll grab the game again. You figure out the mod situation. I don't remember how we did it, right? It's not subscribing to stuff on Steam, right? So it's not going to automatically get all of them, probably. I definitely want to play with Infection off so we can actually enjoy the game. A bit more like Cataclysm, if you don't mind. But yeah, like I'm not against the game. I just... Having Infection sucks because as soon as you like get bit or scratched, it's over. Your character's gonna die. There's no way to fix it. Cataclysm is like actual proper combat. And there's like an in-universe reason essentially for why you're immune. It's cool. Very fun. Actually get to play the game. It doesn't really matter what I use, honestly. Actually, no, it absolutely does against these guys. What am I saying? These guys are scary. I don't really have anything good for them. Yeah, I know, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's an in-universe reason for why nothing, you know, you don't get infected by a theoretical zombie virus in Cataclysm. That's because that's not the case. I don't want to get in depth into it. There's a reason that doesn't happen in Cataclysm. However you want me to phrase it, you know what I'm trying to say. You can know. I don't think the potential is that great if memory serves. I forget. But that's okay, we just killed it and resist. We did no damage that turn, by the way, because we missed. Bad start. Sure, you can do that too. Oh, I do have a card left. Oh. Oh, I've already read about the game's story, I already know. I spoiled myself on that stuff. You know, I'm not playing Cataclysm for the story in the first place, so I didn't really care. I thought it was interesting, it's cool what they did. Neat concept of the story. I won't spoil it for people who don't want to have it spoiled. Stop talking about Cataclysm. You're gonna make me want to play Cataclysm. Is she still level 18? She's 17. Oh. Okay. I'll do one more fight. I'm just gonna let her level up naturally during Chloe's section tomorrow. I guess. Oof, it takes a while, huh? Even here. Mind you, these are like the best encounters we have access to right now. Best in the game, I'm pretty sure. Unless the interstace boundary is worth more for whatever reason. Guess it could be. I don't know. Boy, I have nothing good here. I don't have any normal water on the team. Just a spell card. Bit of a problem. Why do these guys have a chance to resist percent damage? This is okay. So yeah, Yuka's gonna be like an end of turn buffer healer, which isn't really ideal in all the situations, I guess. I'll probably do like predictive healing, like I'll do a big AoE heal on everyone even if no one's taking damage, and I'll try to keep a couple AoE heals on her if I can. It's gonna be hard. I don't really know how well it's gonna go, but I can try, I guess. I hope she works out. If I really need to. What I could always do is put Aya on Remelia and have Aya give her Remelia's turn. Or if, like, we really need pinch healing or something. I could make that like what I do in boss fights. It's gonna lower Remelia's damage a bit. And, you know, pick up a Shikigami style, but I'll consider that. It's not a terrible idea, I think. Hey, I gotta go over the compendium today too, for once. Missed it before. Could have been P2, huh? Okay. Whoop. Praying for the best here. These things are pretty tanky when it comes to physical attacks, sadly. Oh, it's healing a lot. That's not great. I can outdamage that though. Are we gonna finish it off here? Are you kidding? Come on. Now of all times. Alright, last word. We're using the last word. This is the only time I've used it all game. Surely it's gonna work. If it doesn't, problems. Nice. Okay. That's fine too. Alright, get me out of here. I hate this place. I'm so many layers deep in this stupid castle. Synthesis, okay. Yeah, here's a bunch of formations. Streamline gauge attacks. It's such a pain to stack it up all the way though. You basically just have to do it with control land and just force it. Oh no, it's not level 30, so we don't have that one. Okay, let's go with the bestiary. Secure. Okay. Gotta just chat with a friend after this, let's see. Okay. I don't think there's actually too many things, really, are there? As usual. Kinda hitting the point in the game where it slows down. Poison Giant. Giants of poison that look toxic and disgusting. Their powerful breath attacks have surely wiped out many of the adventure. Their vulnerability to suffocation magic means they're fated to be easy sources of EXP, though. That must be reference to some game with suffocation magic. Probably wizardry? I don't know. Frost Giant. Giant of Frost. The one you're looking at was based off one from a TRPG, but that one was based off something too. Besides the Norse giants that lived in Jotunheim, there were also frost or ice giants that lived in Niflheim, the land of ice, as well as fire giants who lived in Muspelheim, the land of fire. I think those are all cool names. Elite Mental Flare. These elite mental flares stand out amongst their already frightening peers. They'll still come at you with the same tricks though. Mental blast and death-inflicting regular attacks. Defeat them quickly using stab attacks. I'm on it. Donner Grossmeister. High-level Donnermeisters whose name means Thunder Grand Master. The armaments joining them are now even stronger, making these monsters akin to living weapons. Dreadnought. Known far as wide as the strongest aliens, you could recruit these. These beings act as the elite guard of a certain emperor. It's unclear whether the machines are living beings, but they possess wills of their own and reproduce by laying eggs. What the hell are... They look more like machines than creatures, though. Like aliens. You tell me that thing lays an egg? Maybe there's like a little creature inside. I'm surprised you can't recruit the Donnermeister. We have a thing or two here, I think. What's this? Purple gold. We get this guy, the Gauge Ray. Foes equipped with many long-range weapons and an incredibly high attack stat. Gespent Rakete means a ghost rocket. I still don't know why this guy is a Tsukumogami. But yeah, you can recruit him. He's got a 245 physical attack. One potential, by the way. One. Amazing. Umbaba. A holy monster that protects the forest of the gods. It was powerful enough to cause natural disasters, but ended up being slain by the hero Garugamesh. It's unclear whether it was on the side of good or evil in the end. Or Humbaba. Karkadan. Single-horned Middle Eastern beasts. They're mythological beasts somewhat like the unicorn, but their true nature is uncertain. We've already done the elephants. Carbuncle. Carbuncle. Mysterious creatures discovered on the new continent. You'd call them Umas these days. Amazing. They're said to be small animals with garnets, aka carbuncles, embedded in their heads, and though hefty rewards have been offered, nobody's ever successfully hunted one. The magic reflecting powers of their forehead jewels make them scary foes. A lot of enemies have one potential. Oh yeah, you're right. Huh. It's funny. I didn't know. Yeah, we already saw this guy. I don't know why they make most enemies so physically resistant. Like, yeah, this guy has no defense, but he has 140 vit, so it doesn't matter. He still has a lot of defense. Death Rider, the strongest knights of a certain imperial army. They're famous for their incredibly powerful physical attacks, but in reality, they actually did a percentage of your HP. They're not riding horses in DoD, since that'd make it harder to make them into Shikigami. Harder just right? Skilled Death Rider, a red symbol monster. These Death Riders have further honed their already high attack stats. Worm, giant caterpillars that'll prey on anything and everything. It's a very broad definition of a caterpillar. Perfectly normal caterpillars. Hanuman, an Indian hero with the appearance of a monkey. Together with Rama and Avatar Vishnu, he defeated Ravana, king of the Rakshasa. He is very popular among the populace and is said to have more legends spread of him than even the gods themselves. He's got a cool little gold sword too. Look, he paints his nails, his toenails, he paints them red. Patapuzosia, larger, stronger Ammonites. Did I do the regular Ammonite? Yeah. Yeah, so for some of these enemies, there's actually not that many left, but some of these have like an entire second page. Like, of course, the unknown is like bosses. How were there this many more, by the way? That's strange. That I don't get that actually. How there's that many more things on the page. Like Magician and Warrior, I think. Oh, actually, only one page. Elemental has another entire page though. We've only seen half of them. And most of the dragons are late game, so we've seen under half of them, even though we're like at the end of the main game. Daemons have an exact page. They must have like, I assume, spaced that out on purpose. I guess angels have a few overflow though. No. I feel like immortals are also like kind of known to be stronger enemies, so there's gonna be more of them late game. like the bugs, we've seen most of them. Like, a late game bug is a jewel worm, but a late game immortal is a dreadnought, and a late game daemon is just this guy. There's still like so much left. One of the unknown stuff is underworld, post Shinki. Okay, I've never been post Shinki before, so I don't know why there's a bunch of stuff down there tagged as unknown. Guess we'll see. Almost looks like Suika has a tail because of like how her hair is look when she walks away from the camera. Yeah, see? It's just a little ponytail. Okay, that's probably not the right term. I don't know how. Okay, gonna wrap up there though.